Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name's Rebecca and I was just going to go over some of my most used baby items in the first year since I am officially a little over a year postpartum. It was such a crazy year. It went by so fast and a little sad the baby phase is over, but also very excited for the future. Anyway, so I was going to go over the most used items in baby's first year. These are not in any particular order. I do have a list on my benable, so I will be looking at my phone for that. Alright, so we are going to be starting with stuff used for sleep. So one of my most used items is the Owlet sock and camera. I kind of wish now that I would have got the Nanit camera. The Owlet camera is great, but the Nanit camera came out with a little screen that you don't have to view on your phone. So since the Owlet doesn't have that, I do have like a separate camera for travel, which is the Hello Baby monitor. It's a very nice camera for travel, but I do wish that I didn't have to always view the camera on my phone. But other than that, the Owlet camera is great. The Smart Sock obviously is amazing. I had really bad PPA, so I feel like it helped with that a lot because I just had peace of mind that she would be okay, and if she wasn't, we would get an alert from the Owlet monitor. Obviously, I was following safe sleep, but it was just nice to know that we had the extra reassurance on top of all the safe sleep practices we were doing. And then this is kind of, well, I guess it involves sleep. It's the Frida Baby 3-in-1 air purifier. So it's an air purifier, a sound machine, and a nightlight. Mostly we use it as a sound machine, and then we have a bigger, well, we moved our bigger air purifier in there because it also has a heater and her room gets kind of cold at night. But before we were using the air purifier and it seemed to work pretty well. But the sound machine's great. She sleeps fantastic to it. And then I didn't get this originally because I didn't think I would need it. So the Hatch Go portable sound machine, I was like, why would I need a travel sound machine? And then towards the end of this past year, like the last 6 months, we were traveling constantly, so I did end up getting it, which is great because then I didn't need to bring my big Frida Baby one. And then for sleep sacks, I got our sleep sacks from Little Sleepies. They are really good, really they feel really durable. They have size 0 to 6 months and then 6 to 18 months, so it's nice that that second size lasts for a while. We switched her into sleep sacks at 3 weeks because she did not like being swaddled, and they've just been great. They are a little pricey, but I feel like they're definitely worth the price. And then when she was in swaddles the first 3 weeks, she didn't like having her arms pinned at her side, so we did do the Love to Dream swaddles where they have their arms up at their, like by their head. And then for bassinet, I got a random brand on Amazon. I can't remember what it was, and it was like a travel one, but it was really small and really far away from the bed, so I didn't like it. I ended up getting a different one on Amazon that I also was not a huge fan of, but at least I could bring it closer to the bed. And when I was originally looking up bassinets, I did a lot of research, and I really wanted the Maxi Cozy Laura bassinet, but I was being a little cheap because I was like, she's only going to be in it for a few months, and I kind of wish I would have just got the Maxi Cozy bassinet. So I do have that linked on my benable as well. And obviously any bassinet's great as long as it's safe sleep, but I wish I would have just originally got the more expensive bassinet instead of trying to be cheap on that one. And then for like changing diapers and stuff, we got the Skip Hop Baby changing pad. It's like wipeable. I'm gonna try to attach pictures of all these in like the corner or something as well. So we got the changing pad. It was really cute. It had a little mobile above, which is detachable, so we had it there for a while, and then when she got bigger and it was harder to work around, we took it off. But it was super cute. It was a lot cheaper than the what is it, Kikaru, I think, changing pad that everyone likes. but it was still like wipeable, which I really liked. And then this is controversial, but we got the Diaper Genie pail, and I am so glad we got it. I heard so many people saying, don't get a diaper pail, it's not worth it, it gets stinky. And I'm sure it does get stinky if you're changing it every week to a couple weeks, but like literally we were changing it every few days because I did get a smaller size one, so it never really got stinky for us. And we live in a small apartment, so I didn't necessarily want to be putting her diapers in the big trash can and stinking up the rest of the house. So I loved having the Diaper Genie. I felt like it was really convenient. We still use it now, obviously. She's still in diapers. And then obviously diapers and wipes were some of our most used items. They are for anyone. We got the Millie Moon diapers, and now we have overnight diapers as well that she can fit into them. And then we use the Millie Moon wipes as well. They are pretty good, and I feel like Millie Moon is more affordable than a lot of the bigger name brands like Pampers and Huggies, and they're like less toxic, so I liked that. And then for baby carriers, I originally got the Maybe carrier, and I know a lot of people like it. It did not work for me. It was super cute. I did like the aesthetic of it, but I don't know, something about it was just hurting my back. So I eventually ended up getting the Wild Bird baby carrier, which I wish I would have grabbed because it's really pretty. It was like this orange butterfly pattern. Yeah, but Wild Bird carrier, fantastic, worth every penny. And that was another thing. I was trying to save money by getting the Maybe carrier instead of the Wild Bird, which is what I originally wanted. And I should have just got the Wild Bird to begin with because that's what I ended up getting anyway. And then I almost didn't get it, but the Tush baby hip seat has literally been probably my most used item, period. Obviously, they can't use it right away because they need to be able to be seated and be able to hold their head. But she turned, her birthday is February, so she turned 4 months, which is when it's like you're able to start using it. Obviously, it depends on every baby. That was back in June. So I didn't necessarily want to put her in the Wild Bird because it just felt like it was too hot. We do live in Georgia, so the summer gets very warm here. And so the hip seat was great because she still had that like breeze around her instead of having the carrier around her, keeping the breeze out. So I definitely love the Tush baby. Definitely recommend. That also goes up to 3 years. And the Wild Bird I think goes up to 45 pounds, so probably you can use it just as long. But yeah, definitely I feel like having those two is a perfect combo for like if it's colder or warmer out. And then for her toys, we did the Love Every subscription, which I've absolutely been loving. She loves all the toys from there, and it's just been really great. I haven't had to think about any of the toys I've had to get her. Like obviously we've gotten her different toys that were not part of the Love Every subscription, but it's just been really nice to have every couple months some toys that are developmentally appropriate for her and we don't have to think about it. And then I did end up getting her the Love Every bath set. It's technically for 9+ months, but I think I got it at like 7 months. And the toys were a little above her like development level, but she still loved them. Like there's this little cup that you like put water in. It has this little rotating thing. She is obsessed with that toy. She will not let go of it when she's in the bath to this day. She doesn't even really use it. She just holds onto it and doesn't want anyone to take it from her. It's really cute. But yeah, Love Every bath set, by far amazing. We got like little water animals and she could not care less about those. And then for the play gym, we didn't get the Love Every play gym because, again, I was trying to save money, but I wish I would have. The play gym we got was from my sister-in-law. It was great. It was a purchase that she found on Facebook Marketplace, and it worked. It had a purpose, but I feel like she grew out of it really fast, and the colors were kind of muted, so she didn't really seem to get as interested in it just because babies like bright colors. And the Love Every play gym I know has that. I definitely will be getting the Love Every if we do have a second kid. It has bright colors. It's better for development and you can use it longer because it kind of converts. So I recommend that from everything I know about it, but I don't know what brand our play gym was, but we did use it a lot, obviously, when she was needing a lot of tummy time. I think we had to stop using it at like 3 months because she just got bored with it. And then for traveling or like car seats and strollers and stuff like that, we did not do infant car seats, which I know a lot of people do, but I just didn't care to get one. My thought process was they're not supposed to be in the infant seat for longer than 2 hours anyway, so it'd be less tempting for me to like leave her in there longer, so like I won't be able to take a convertible car seat like out of the car. So we got the Even Flow Revolve 360 Extend car seats, and they are honestly great. She's not a big car seat person, but they are great because they do rotate, so it's easier to get her in there. And then we'll be able to use it till, I think it goes up to like 100 pounds. So we'll be able to use it until it expires, which I believe is 10 years. And then I didn't originally get a jogging stroller, but I did end up getting one. And it has been great because if I don't have time to make it to the gym, I can just go on a quick jog. And it's definitely harder to run with a stroller, but it's a good option if I don't have time to actually go to the gym and I have her with me. So I definitely recommend a jogging stroller if you're someone who's really into exercising, just because it's an easy option for exercise that doesn't involve like having to necessarily go anywhere. And then another thing that we used a lot was our pack and play. She wasn't a huge fan of like, once she got past 3 months and was more mobile, she didn't like hanging out in it, but it was really nice to have a place to set her when she was smaller. If I needed to do something really quick, we just had it set up in the living room. And then as she got older, we just brought it with us whenever we would travel somewhere and use it as a like crib for her. And it worked out great. So loved having a pack and play. It was really convenient for travel. And then we did get obviously a regular stroller that had like a bassinet attachment, which I really enjoyed being able to have the bassinet facing me. And I went on walks starting at 5 days postpartum. I went on a very, very slow short walk, and I've been walking basically every day since. So just having a stroller that was able to start as a bassinet and then switch to a seat has been a great purchase. I know there's a few brands that offer it, like Up a Baby has one, I think Mockingbird has one, pretty sure Even Flow has one, and then we got the Mom Push, so that's been really nice. And then we did not do, like, in the car, we didn't do the mirrors to see the baby. We got these car cameras. They were the Do Honest baby car camera. Those have been fantastic. I feel like it's a lot easier to see the baby than it is in the mirrors. Like, I know the mirrors, you face it towards your rear view and then you can see them through your rear view mirror, but the camera screen is like literally right by my steering wheel. So that's been really nice. I feel like it's a lot easier to see baby, but I could be wrong. It could be just as easy as the mirrors. I would not know from personal experience. And then for bath time, we got the Angel Care bathtub. I'm sure a lot of people got it. It's very affordable. I think it was like $20 when we got it. And it felt really safe for her to be in it. Like, obviously you're not supposed to be leaving them in there unattended, but it felt really stable. She seemed comfortable. I like that it had holes so the water can kind of come up through the bath versus like not having holes and her not being able to like kind of sit in the water. And for bath shampoo and like bath soap, we've been using the Honest Sensitive. I was trying to avoid getting fragrances in her products as much as possible, and the Honest Sensitive one did not have fragrance in it, so we went ahead and got that one. That has been great. And then for lotion, we've tried a few. We're currently using the Pipette lotion. I think I got a sample of I think it's Vivvi, V-I-V-V-I, I think. And then we used Noodle, I think it's Noodle and Boo. We used that one. So far my favorite has been the Pipette though, so I definitely recommend that one. Obviously burp cloths. We just got our burp cloths off Amazon. They were muslin. I don't know how to say that word. And then we got a lot of muslin blankets. And then high chairs. I originally got like a Graco high chair that had the padding in it, and I wish I wouldn't have done that. Again, I was trying to get a cheap high chair. I was like, I don't care about the aesthetic of my high chair. And then I used the Graco one with the padding in it a few times, and I was like, this is absolutely terrible. It is always dirty. It's so hard to clean. So then I ended up getting the Skip Hop 4-in-1 high chair. It's very cute, very aesthetic. A little bit more expensive. It wasn't too much more expensive than the Graco one that I got though. And there is no fabric, so it's super easy to wipe down, which is great. And then I did get a little like Tush Baby belt bag situation for my diaper bag. I originally got a bigger diaper bag from Amazon, and I just realized I'm not a diaper bag person. So between the Tush Baby carrier and then the Tush Baby belt bag, I kind of was able to use that as like a crossbody bag, and they were big enough for the essentials that I needed. Oh, and then I forgot, when I stopped breastfeeding, I did switch to Bobby formula. We tried Bobby and we tried Kendamil. She did not like the flavor of Kendamil, I don't think. She wouldn't drink it, but she would drink the Bobby formula. So that is the other thing we used a lot of, at least the last couple months when I was not breastfeeding. And we used it a little bit when I went back to work. But other than that, those are my most used baby items. Obviously, everyone needs different things, but I just thought this would be a nice list to make. I watched a ton of these when I was pregnant, trying to figure out what would be the best thing for me to get. I will try to make sure I attach pictures for each item. But yeah, let me know if you like videos like this and what else you'd like to see. Other than that, you guys have a great week, and I will see you in the next video.